Dissolve sound.
Next on Fox 53, 10 o'clock news. 2 spas with the same owner are robbed overnight. Is there a connection? Plus, Homeland Security Director Tom Ridge comes to town bearing money.
And I'm Jennifer Gladstone. We sit down with Defense Secretary
Stand by
Donald
cameras
Rumsfeld
2 on a slow zoom in, and then camera 1 in the double box.
On radical Islamic groups to train military chaplains.
Stand by to zoom 2. Zoom. Dissolve my cue.
Good evening. I'm
Stand by
Sheila
camera
Hyland.
1 in the double
Budget
box.
battles across Pennsylvania are leaving dozens of towns without their own police departments, and it may happen again in
Waiver
our
to 1
area.
and take
Tonight,
it.
residents
Stand by
in
ENG 1 with
Butler
CG.
County are learning about
Excuse
a
me.
possible plan to disband their police force. Kim Gable is live to explain.
Take double box. Take a live go.
It is a trend in a lot of
Package in 42 out of this.
all boils down to
Straight.
cost. For Mars, it's a sudden and unforeseen spike in expenses.
Roll cue is public safety.
This problem, of course, disbanding the police force would mean looking elsewhere for public safety.
Roll 42. Take it sound. Super.
It's like hometown America.
Sure.
What the country is.
I don't know how
My
long the
biggest
package is,
fear
but
to lose
blue
our
super.
But maintaining an identity in a time
I don't have
of
super
growth
times
carries
either.
a hefty price. A
We'll give it a shot here, though.
chunk out of a $600,000 budget for 8 part-time patrolmen, 1 full-time chief.
I'm afraid that
That's the chief super.
slow down in the town.
Lose it.
Won't be as much protection. Mars is
Dick
a nice, quiet.
is
safe
next.
haven.
He's the mayor.
There's a high visibility. Other police within our 1 square mile town. One thing about Mars, we can't grow much.
Super.
The surrounding communities are growing at such
Lose
a
it.
rapid pace.
Jenny.
It's a very
Ginny's next.
simple thought. The more the
Out cue is that opportunity.
Borough Council
Any idea how long it is, Bridge?
Keep the force intact and raise
156,
taxes,
okay.
reduce coverage.
I will give you a 10 then.
Contract out to Adams Township or merge with another
Stand by to super
municipality.
Jenny.
Most definitely
Super.
the amount of coverage that we get is gonna
Lose it.
be
1 minute.
outsized. That's what people call
Bill
it.
Swanay is next. He's the last.
Everybody thinks that we're not going to get the coverage that we get now.
Super Billy.
Not only the police department, the whole Mars borough
Lose it.
structure should be redesigned.
ENG 1 with CG out of this.
And you could probably afford pay a little bit more for police.
The mayor has already trimmed $30,000 in costs. He thinks he can save even more.
Give me a year. I can do something. I mean,
30.
let's not lose our police department. I mean, if we're going to save $30,000 a year for next
Then a
year,
camera 2 reader after ENG 1 with
$30,000 ahead of
CG.
the game. Plus the fact it gives me a year to try to accomplish what I
20.
But the budget must be passed in November, so council has to act soon.
Not easy,
10 seconds.
but it's real.
Stand by live.
And we've got to look at it. We've got to evaluate what it is we want to do with that opportunity.
Take it, my cue.
Now the public is going to have a say in all of
Camera
this.
2 straight out of this.
Opinion cards for folks to fill out tonight. There is no word on when a vote will actually be taken in Mars. Reporting live tonight
Then one
in Butler
key.
County. Kim Gable, Fox 53, 10 o'clock news.
Take 2, my cue.
Thank you, Kim. A gruesome discovery tonight in Elizabethboro. A body was found early this evening in front of a church on South 3rd Street. Homicide detectives were called to investigate.
Stand by
Right
1
now,
key.
No one is commenting on whether the death appears to be suspicious.
Take it, my cue. Stand by
Investigators
VO and
say
A with
they made
CG.
demands for sex and money. Tonight, state police are searching
What
for
else
a
do we
gunman
have?
they believe held up 2 Westmoreland County spas.
Take it.
Jay's Spa was the first place hit. Investigators say the gunman
Who's the
held
super?
up a woman there around 2 this morning with the help
Cutting
of
to a
an accomplice.
16-second
Then
SOT
nearly
in
2
B
hours later,
with
police
CG.
received another call
Stand
for
by
an
B and
armed
sound.
robbery. This one at the Route 30 Spa right down the street.
Take it, sound.
Side at the second armed robbery
Lose the super.
was very similar in description to one of the folks. in
1
the
key
first
spa robberies is next.
arm. He went in, he pushed the female to the floor.
Stand by camera 1.
Pistol in his hand. He demanded money and sex from her.
And take 1, my cue.
You have any information
Stand by
about
A
the
with CG,
performance
A straight.
in the first robbery? Call Steve.
And take
A
it.
13-year-old girl hit by a dump truck last night near the
1 head and shoulders straight out of this.
Injuries. Erica Maloney passed away early this morning at Allegheny General Hospital. Police say
Stand by 1
Maloney
head and
was
shoulders.
crossing against traffic along Freeport Road when a flatbed truck hit her. Her death is being ruled next.
Take 1.
A man accused of
We're going to a
shooting
package in B with CG out of this.
Lawrenceville home invasion earlier this month is free, at least for now. Today's preliminary hearing for Jomo Griffin was postponed until January.
Stand by B and sound.
Bond. The victims are afraid for their lives.
Take it, sound.
Detectives say the gunshot wound to Jomo Griffin's arm proved
Lose a super.
He was the masked gunman who got into this house on
Stand by to
Cannon Street,
Super Lawrenceville.
and demanded money from
Never
a
mind.
woman inside.
Tony's
What
at
he didn't
17.
know is that
My
her
fault.
sister, seen here in the beige suit, was also in the house and armed.
Super.
Where there was another sister upstairs, he tried
Lose it.
turn his attention to her.
Mark is at 46 to 52. He's the last. This is a 126 package out queue. They're reluctant to go home.
Not on the armed woman, but on her sister.
Camera 2 straight out of this.
As you can see, she's still recovering, and so is Joe Moore.
Stand by to Super Mark.
Shot. That's all I can tell you.
Jump
He
cut.
was treated for a gunshot wound. Whether he was
Super.
the individual in the building or not.
And lose it.
Details I can't discuss.
Griffin's preliminary hearing was postponed to give the crime lab more time to do forensic and scientific testing.
Determination has to be made in that there were two different weapons fired, whether the weapon that shot the one sister
20 seconds to camera 2.
was discharged by her own sister or not.
Detectives in the case say letting
Out
Griffin
queue,
go
they're
free on
reluctant
bond
to
is
go home.
unusual. And because of it, these two sisters live in
10
fear.
seconds.
The man who terrorized
You can zoom in just a little bit on 2.
Someone invaded their home.
6 seconds. That's good, thank you.
Reluctant to go home.
And take her my cue. Stand by 1 key DAs.
$20,000 straight bond. He won't be back in court for his preliminary hearing until the end of January.
Take 1.
District Attorney Stephen Zappala made a surprising announcement today. Prosecutors
We're going to a
from his
32
office
second
will no longer
soundbite
participate
in A out of this
coroner's
with
inquest.
CG.
Open inquests are investigations into the manner and cause of a person's death. Though the DA and the coroner's offices have disagreed over whether charges should be filed in some recent cases,
Stand by A
Zappala
and sound.
says that is not what fueled his decision.
Take it sound.
Although I believe it'd be helpful to participate in the
Lose
open
CG.
inquest process, I don't think it's necessary in as much as it's a preliminary matter.
We're going to- you're gonna wipe this, Mace, or just take it?
Whether or not the
Okay.
personnel constraints
We'll be
that
taking CG
have
over
been
64
imposed
with
and
Sheila's
which
mic
may
out of
be
this.
imposed will
16
prohibit us
seconds.
from participating in any preliminary hearing in front of any magistrate in this county. In addition, because I make the final decision as the prosecution, I can correct any errors that
5
I believe have
seconds.
been created along the investigative process.
And take it my cue.
To give you a better understanding of
Camera 2 for a first weather intro is next out of this.
Hearing officer presides over testimony during the proceeding. Based on that officer's recommendations, Dr. Cyril Wecht decides whether criminal behavior was involved and can recommend criminal charges. However, it is
Stand by camera
ultimately
2.
the district attorney who decides whether or not charges are filed.
Take 2.
Fall was definitely
Stand by
in the
B
air
with
today.
CG.
So what does tomorrow hold? Elizabeth Hart joins us with that.
Take it sound.
Sheila, I tell you what, tomorrow
28.
looks great, but if
Camera
you
2
go
on a slow zoom out of this.
until next week,
T sought in A to CG over 64.
He's going to put our
Thank you.
daytime highs next Monday and Tuesday, potentially down into
Okay.
the upper 50s. Yeah, so nothing compared to today. We did make it into the upper 60s.
10 seconds. Stand by camera 2 on a slow zoom.
And from there on out, things were pretty nice. Temps this evening a little chilly. We'll bottom out in the lower.
Zoom 2.
More details on your weekend forecast in just a bit.
Take her my cue music.
Still ahead.
Stand by
something new.
A and sound.
Brewing at the church brewer.
Take it sound. Stand by CG over 64.
Security Director Tom Ridge was in town today. Plus, the city's financial woes throw a wrench in plans to revamp the Fifth and Forbes project.
And I'm Jennifer Gladstone. Our
Stand by to
local
dissolve and
here
bring the
in
music
US
up.
Training grounds for other things. Secretary Donald Rumsfeld talks all things military and Iraq, and Congress declares do not call.
And dissolve music up. Yeah. Stand by to roll your brake in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and out. Nice block, everybody. 5,